Yes, good morning, Brian. You are right. Out here right now, conditions are pretty solid. It is a little chilly out here, but obviously no icing. There is it's a little damp. There was a little precipitation as we were driving in here, some rain hitting the car. But obviously we're here at a really important part of I-49 where it meets 3132. Obviously those elevated roadways we've been talking about all morning long, how our bridges, our ramps, our overpasses, all of those things, whenever winter storms and freezes come in, are really particularly dangerous. This section historically is shut down a lot, of course, between I-49 and 3132. But just earlier, we were able to speak to Aaron Buchanan about what conditions kind of cause road closures.
Any elevated section of roadway that doesn't have that natural ground warmth, that's what we know, tends to ice over first. We've all seen the signs: bridges ice before roadway. Ramps that are elevated, those type of areas, tend to ice over. And so hilly areas, DOTD in general only treats bridges and overpasses. We don't treat the roadway itself. The ground warmth kind of does that for us. But we do keep an eye on certain trouble spots that tend to be a little iffy, such as hilly areas. And so we may add some pre-treatment in those particular areas that we know of already.
Another example that I'd like to point out, kind of going into why we're looking at these freezes on these elevated roadways. You think of Cross Lake Bridge, you have all that cold air on the top and bottom of that roadway. Obviously, all the heat is just going to get zapped out of that so quick. Same thing when we go over here and look at the I-49 and 3132 connection here. It's elevated off. It's not pulling from the ground. None of the heat's getting up there. You also have to think about black ice. That's a really dangerous, the thin layer of ice that is barely visible on roadways. Super dangerous, and there's no way you want to put yourself in a predicament where you're up on an elevated surface hitting a type of ice and your car happens to slip. We've talked all week about how to prepare your car, making sure that your tires are aired up, your battery is charged up, that you're bringing the good supplies, whether it is a battery, food, blankets, water, if you have to travel. But we've been preaching all week long, guys, if you can stay inside this weekend, stay inside. You guys also have been preparing your house for things like dripping faucets, pipe covers, heating lamps, different ways to keep all of you guys safe this weekend. Of course, we're going to listen to Brian all morning long, talk about the weather. He's going to keep us updated for all of that good stuff. But for right now, we're sending it back to the studio.